Jesus. I mean, trust me, man.
Welcome back to your man H-Rap B, and that is Mo. We are holding our beer.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I don't be knowing, man. I don't be knowing.
Nigga, you got the little glow around you like Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon.
Right.
Well, that.
We taking over the world. Now I'm blowing like that. That's how hard I go, man. I go so hard that it's a light behind me.
I come on whole. Yeah, he won't start showing out.
Hey, man, you know you got to do what you got to do to blow up, man.
Yeah.
I
might have to step off and go get my beer. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah. You better go get you something, man. You know, I got Alfred here helping me out doing my thing. You know. But yeah, man, we gonna do this sports talk thing, man. Sports talk, real sports talk, not the highlight watches, not the show chasers, none of that debate, foolish, skipping, shannon nonsense. We just gonna talk this. We gonna talk the talk. We're gonna walk the walk. We're going to go with a few things this weekend. We got a myriad of teams. We got the Golden State Warriors. We got the NBA, NCAA, and NFL. We're going to start with the NBA. Everybody in the background listening, thank you. Everybody in the chat room listening. Tap in, say what you got to say what you want to say. We'll make you a part of the show. We got Kirby and Tiffany Poodles in Portland in the building. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that like button. Share. Tell a friend to tune in. Tap in. You ready? I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right,
man. We got a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. We're gonna do it real fast. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. As usual, man, the NBA is on the move. It is November. Most people don't even pay attention to the NBA at this time of the year. But I think the NBA owes Draymond Green a refund. Nobody's paying attention to this mid-season tournament. Nobody gave a damn about it. Wasn't nobody paying attention to it. Next thing you know, Draymond Green chokes out my boy French Fry. Homie who with COVID in the whole NBA almost said it there. I think it was some revenge there. And everybody stopped paying attention. Get this. Attendance is up. Viewership is up. And people are paying attention to the beginning of the National Basketball Association before Christmas. Talk to me. Tell me what you think. What's going on?
I mean, first of all, with the NBA, you got a lot of different ways you can go. We talked about it before the show. Everything going on with Golden State. You know, we'll get to the LeBron situation with him and old buddy. With Nia Long's ex. I can't even say his name. That's Nia Long's ex.
Okie dokie.
But the tournament though. The in-season tournament, and I'm assuming that's what you were alluding to when you're talking about people paying attention. Mm-hmm. And it has been interesting. And me, as someone who's not a big fan of this new version of the NBA, I'm talking about it now. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing about it, so I'm talking about it. So tomorrow, you got the Lakers and the Pelicans. Lakers holding the number 1 spot, by the way. Mm-hmm. And on the East, you got the Bucks and the Pacers. I think that one is at 9:00 tomorrow. So some interesting games, interesting matchups, man. And I feel like it's kind of yet to be determined on, how successful this can be, because I'm hearing that, it's something they're going to move forward with year after year, and they're supposed to be switching it up, adding the trophies to it and all of that, a little bit more with the trophies and whatnot. So I'm curious to see where it go, man. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I thought this was gonna be a flop. I thought it was a money grab. I looked at it as a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at something as a money grab, you really don't put a whole lot of attention into it because we do the sports show. We're forced to pay attention to it, but I ain't think anybody was gonna be paying attention. But shout out to the National Basketball Association and doing their version of the Great Alaskan Shootout at the Maui Classic. Remember, if you're a fan of NCAA, you remember back in the day, Michigan would go to the Great Alaskan Shootout, the Fab Five, Dan Rice and his crew. If you know anything about the Maui Shootout, the Maui Classic, that's where Ralph Sampson and the number 1 Virginia, Virginia University.
Yeah.
They went there and got popped way back in the day, so people have been paying attention to those things, and that draws your attention to the NCAA when it's not even March Madness. So What we're doing is looking at a situation to whereas the NBA has gotten people to pay attention. It is extremely shocking, especially when the big name, you got LeBron James, the face of the league, and you got people paying attention to basketball in November, something that for a very long time people were not doing. Something that we didn't put on the list. Ja Morant is back in 6 games. Talk to me more.
Bro, listen, what I say on Wrap It Up Sports. On Wrap It Up Sports, catch it Thursdays at 7 p.m. on YouTube. What I say about Ja Morant though? Call me crazy, and listen. You get to do me like you do Joe now. Ja Morant for MVP, baby. Ja Morant for MVP. The craziest. About is it okay for me to call him retarded on your show?
I can't say it.
I don't say it enough.
I made a commitment not to say that word.
My thoughts and opinions does not reflect the thoughts and opinions of Hold My Beer with H-Rap. the wildest cat in the NBA, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited because I think the league needs it. I think the league actually needs a Ja Morant. They need another star. They need a loud star. They need a star that's athletic like he is, appeals to the young people the way that he does. And is a baller. I mean, dude is a dog. Listen, take all the antics aside, put those aside. Dude is a baller. And now you coming off of this in-season tournament, you get Ja Morant back. Now you got another reason for people to watch. If nothing else, people curious. They want to see how he do when he come back to the league. But I don't know. And by the way, going back to the in-season tournament, did you hear they were going to be the champions for that tournament? They're going to have a trophy at every game they go to. They get to present that trophy at every game they go to. Ooh. So imagine somebody coming to your house, you looking at a trophy that they done won in the middle of the season. More incentive. But Ja Morant, dude, I'm looking forward to see the dude, get back on the court. I think he's gonna do well too. I think the team gonna do well too.
I hope so, man. I used to be a big time fan of him, and I still like the young man. It's just when you're doing something that just stupid, it kind of turns me off. Hopefully he comes back and takes over the league. I'm looking forward to him taking over the league because if he takes over the league, it would do nothing but make an indelible mark on the league and make people pay. You're paying attention now. You're gonna be paying attention. You're gonna be really paying attention. Especially, let's say if Memphis go on a 6-7 game winning streak, then what? It's a real story,
bro. It ain't like you dealing with no slouches, man. I mean.
Right.
They were good before all of it. I mean, they wasn't Golden State at the time or whatever. But I mean, listen, Ja Morant is as strong of opinions as we have. Dude, who's the future of the league? If you got to say right now, I mean, it's a lot of them out there. But is he not leading that pack, so to speak, in a lot of ways?
He is a bona fide superstar. He's a superstar.
Superstar. I'm not saying he the best. I'm not saying he Joker. As far as superstars go, this is this new generation's Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
Yeah. Without a doubt. He is making that type of impression on young people. He took that look that Odell Beckham had at one point, and he's taking it a little farther. He's dancing. He's talking trash. He's two-hand blocking people shots on the board. This is a magnetic young man. Hopefully, he gets his head on right because, look, Ja, you just get signed a $250 million contract. Nike stuck with you. So if you keep your head on straight, you could potentially win an NBA championship in Memphis, down the street from your hometown. Mm-hmm. And then you could just take over the league. Because this, let's not forget, Ja Morant didn't hurt anyone. Ja Morant just made himself look bad. If we could love Kobe after the debacle he was a part of, Ja, you could be approaching that AI. You could be in that AI Michael Jordan, everybody loves you category.
Why you got my boy Kobe in there like that though?
No, I'm just saying.
A lot of players had their controversy, man. They all had their scandal.
But
leave them alone, man.
Back and get love like Kobe. Kobe got love after being in a horrific situation. I'm not even saying he was guilty of anything. Or I'm not saying the lady was lying. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just saying.
I thought you were talking about the snitching.
No. I'm talking about from the issue that brother got into. And
Yeah,
he
but
came
Denver.
back to be one of the most beloved players in the history of the National Basketball Association. From his troubles to his triumph, Ja, you could be that, man. You could be on McDonald's commercial, Chevy commercial. You could be doing that thing LeBron doing. I would love to see that young brother come back and get some.
Ja, he ain't gonna get no commercial. He ain't gonna get no commercial till he retire.
I don't know,
That
man.
dude, he done held up 2 guns, man. They gonna get him when he retire. He get one of them general commercials. Be up there with Shaq.
Get Shaq.
They be selling insurance, man.
Yeah,
You better
man.
get that NBA money because that endorsement money ain't coming.
Nah,
You
man.
gotta really turn it around.
Think about it, man.
I hope it do.
When Kobe got in trouble, we would have said the same thing about Kobe.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
think about Kobe, and look at Kobe.
Kobe was different though. Kobe was an NBA champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went. If he get a ring, you know what? Like they say in football, winning is the best deodorant. A championship is even greater deodorant. If winning is Old Spice, a championship is Mitchell.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this before we move on. Then I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
What's the likelihood of Ja Morant winning the championship, especially in Memphis?
Think about it, man. Look. Okay, I'm glad you asked me that. And then we'll just keep it moving from there.
Okay.
Let's not forget, if Ja Morant don't get his knee hurt a few years ago, they would have beat Golden State. And Memphis is a
You believe that?
It's a whole different
You believe that?
Huh?
You believe that?
Yeah, I do. Man, they would. Hey, man, they had Golden State by the neck that year. And homeboy grabbed his knee, and the rest is history.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer at their height. If you get guards at their all-time best, you run up from Golden State with some guards, you can beat them. I will always believe that.
Okay. Well, let's hope Ja Morant, he been, staying in shape, doing everything he got to do, studying, watching film, doing what he got to do, and he come back strong, man. But let's talk about another team. Since we talking about championships and whatnot, the Golden State Warriors, the team you just got through talking about, man. It looked like it's coming to a close with this dynasty, man. I mean, Draymond choking people. Clay hadn't been looking good in this tournament. He not looking like Clay. Then had some media personality call him out. We looking at the end of the dynasty, yeah or nay?
Yay. I think the dynasty ended when they won their last championship. The direct indication of that dynasty ending, if you ask me, is this. When you have a team filled with 30-somethings that's the leader, and you get a free agent, and he older than everybody on the team. That is the number one indication it's over for y'all.
How did I know that's where you were going to go?
You don't get older and get better. They are not flying.
I know he's 137 years old, man, but Chris Paul is Chris Paul.
Yeah, a dude who usually gets hurt, a dude who usually turns it over in the most inopportune moments, and you gonna add him to your team and think you're gonna get better. Look. This from a cat who's the major Chris Paul fan. But let's not get carried away.
I never understood it. I never understood that move. I feel like it was a lot of different ways they could have went with that particular position. But I mean, Chris Paul is available. It ain't a lot of teams that's gonna turn him down.
Rhonda said, "Nay." Reddy Kell said I don't think Memphis are close to winning that championship. I don't think they're close to winning the championship. I think they could have beat Golden State a couple years ago had Ja not been injured. He has that type of dog in him that he could put you over the top. That's all I'm saying.
Trade Anthony Davis, trade LeBron James, throw some picks or whatever in there and go get Ja Morant. You got a championship in 2 years.
Hey, but see, that's the thing.
I don't know what you're gonna put around him.
He said, yeah, not with Milwaukee heating up. I ain't got a whole lot of faith in Milwaukee either. And the Nuggets in the West, that's a valid point. But again, I never said that they could win. I think they would have put a nail in that Golden State coffin. They didn't put the first nail in the Golden State coffin. That coffin is all but sealed at this point. Look, Clay is done. They know he's done. They didn't give him an extension. They gave Draymond an extension. They ain't gave him an extension. They should have just let homeboy walk. And this is something I noticed about Clay. Clay ain't been playing like Clay, which means he does not have that true championship grit. If I'm one of the guys, like he was saying, he should have been one of the top 75 players a couple of years ago. If you one of the top 75 and the team don't sign you, you supposed to be out there D'ing up everybody, shooting every ball you can. Clay's supposed to have the best season he ever had in his life, so he can go and get that paper, but he didn't. He's folding. It's a wrap. Clay, you finna be light-skinned Steve Kerr, man.
Let me say this before we move on. Then I think it's possible that they got bored. I think it's possible. I mean, dude, they won 4 championships, man. It ain't easy to just keep winning and keep winning and keep winning like that. Nah. Everybody ain't gonna be the Bulls with 2 3-peats. But and then with Denver, you know, you gotta prep. I mean, them boys, they're gonna get beat down every year. Everybody coming for you when you're on top. And I agree. I think it's going in that direction where, okay, we're looking at the end of a dynasty, but I'm not gonna say it's over yet, because I mean, Steph still shoot like he shoot. You know what I'm saying? They still got the chemistry they got, and I don't think the rest of the league is hungry enough to do what it take. You know what I'm saying, to keep them boys from being in that situation.
It's one team that I think they don't stand. They don't have a chance against
Denver
Nuggets. Think about it, man. The Denver Nuggets got on their bench just beat the Clippers a couple of days ago. That's without Big Joker. That's without Murray. And it was another one of their starters didn't play, and they beat the Clippers. I don't see anybody in the league right now with enough hunger to get past the Denver Nuggets. So it's over for the Golden State Warriors. I don't see it happening. They had a formula which I believe is guards and a bigger and who gonna stick Joker on the Golden State Warriors? Draymond.
Ain't nobody stick. The only way they gonna beat Denver is if they just outgun them. I mean, it'll be like 189 to 190. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they're going to do it.
That's the only way they're going to do it. Golden State built on shooting. One thing I know about shooting, the more you dribble, the more you move your legs, and the older you get, the worse your jump shot gets.
Okay, well, let's see what happened. I got Denver winning another one, but we'll see what happened with it, man. LeBron James, him and
Golden State, and it's a wrap. And she good.
What's
LeBron
that?
James, say what?
Oh, no, I thought you said something. You had one more. Oh, you talking about the Ronda. Yeah. One more championship for Golden State and I'm good. Nah, that ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, Ronda. I don't think they win no more chips. They might go to the championship. I mean, they might go to the conference finals, but no more championships. LeBron versus Ime Udoka. The hell was that about, man? I mean, I know you saw it.
Yeah.
Did you see the clip?
I saw
that one confused me.
That was the weirdest thing. Just, you know what, man? I am a gigantic LeBron James fan. I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. You know, I'm thinking of LeBron versus Jordan conversation. You know, we never gonna have that conversation on this program or no program I'm a part of. But I'll be glad when LeBron James retired. You know why I'll be glad when LeBron James retired? Because there's too many people trying him. Either I'll be glad when LeBron James retired, or I'll be glad when LeBron James don't get that 10-game suspension for beating the snot out somebody. That's what it's gonna take. Either he gonna have to put the 5th or B's on somebody, or I'll be glad when he gracefully bow out, and then just say, "Hey, man, my resume speaks for itself." Because, come on, man, you got coaches trying to fight players now. And then, from what I understand, Rasheed Wallace said "okie dokie," because that's what I call him, Coach Okie Dokie. But, you know, he fell for the okie doke in Boston. But Ime Udoka is.
I'm sorry, Rhonda. I just saw a comment. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Nah, she said I was rude. Talking about the Golden State championship.
It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen, Ron. It's not gonna happen.
I apologize.
But Ume is supposed to be the type of dude. I've heard he got into some of his Nigerian teammates on the national team. Ume was a hitter with the Spurs. Well, he had a cup of coffee with the Spurs. So this is a dude who has been known to be on the physical side. But come on, dog. No, she said she just kidding. All right. Come on, Ume.
But yeah, that right there, because now you LeBron was in a situation where he kind of played the bigger man in that one. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, listen, we grown men, blah, 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 whatever. LeBron would have ripped that dude head off, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just turn him. He need a Draymond Green on his team. You know what I'm saying? That would have been real swift.
Draymond and LeBron, Jack Rowland, Ume Udoka.
It'd beat the hell out that boy. They'd beat him up and down that court, man. I don't know. I thought that was weird, man.
It was super weird. And then you the head coach of a team. And then you know what the messed up part is? The Houston Rockets are actually playing some pretty good ball under him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe because of the way the world is set up at this point, he just ruined his opportunity to win coach of the year.
Yeah. Because he got one, right? Did he get one or was he?
I think he got one his rookie year with Boston. He had to win one. I think he did win one. Dude, a damn good coach. He comes from that great Popovich tree. He already a dog. He got the defensive state of mind. He got the Houston Rockets on the roll. Come on, okie dokie. I like you. Look, man. Relax, dog. I'm gonna need you to relax, man. In the name of Noriega, I'm gonna need you to relax. All this basketball talk. Hey, homie, we don't do that on this end, man. We talking about basketball.
Shout out to Rated Kev.
In the middle of the show, Rated Kev.
What do you say about that?
About that?
Yeah, you're right. Lakers gonna win the championship. I said it.
Look at this.
I said it live on there. Lakers win the championship.
Number one and number two fans on the show.
You already know what it is when it comes to them Lakers.
He correcting typos like we gonna give him
I've been trying to be quiet about them Lakers because Anthony Davis, I don't know what's going on with him.
Man,
AD being AD. Don't say it. Don't even try to defend him.
Anthony Davis because he's a Chicagoan, West Side in the building. He's from the West Side. I'm from the West Side. West Side all day long. Y'all already know.
Mr. Glass.
But you know what I think wrong with Anthony Davis? The league. We are no longer in a league in which the big man puts his hand up like this and the point guard put the ball in his hand, he make a move. He's trying to adjust to a league that has moved past what he could potentially dominate at. He's falling for this, I want to shoot you three, I'm going to be a stretch five thing. And guess what? Everybody's trying to be multifaceted in regards to their game. And the team that played in 3 straight Western Conference Finals and won one of them, two of the last 3 Western Conference Finals and won one of them, the Denver Nuggets. They got a big dude who can shoot the three, but where he's scoring most of his points? In the paint. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis gets your big old on the blocks, then all of a sudden Anthony Davis gonna be scoring. He's gonna be dominating. Otherwise, the Lakers can't win. By the way, Lakers. I'm gonna need what's my man who lied on Kobe, talking about Kobe was his guy, Rob came from Michigan. Jim.
Oh, come on, Rob Pelinka. Rob, come on here to Chicago and get Zach LaVine. And give us that white boy who hit that shot last night. Nah.
We straight. Y'all, but for real, the Lakers need they need a 1A or a B who's gonna consistently do the damn thing, because you know your boy getting hurt any day now. I'm
gonna say one more thing and we can get into some football.
Okay.
Stop talking about Anthony Davis like he in his 3rd year. Everything that you said he needed to do, come on, AD. Anybody got to tell you that? Man. Come on, man. Some people need to be traded. I'm ready for that.
Hey.
Speaking of,
send him home. Get Zach LaVine here, man.
We'll take Zach.
Put him on blocks.
We'll take Zach, man.
Look,
Speaking of dynasties, man,
we'll send both them LA chumps and give us our homeboy back.
Yeah, you can get your boy back. You can get the 7-foot Drake back with them long eyebrows.
And on that
Speaking of dynasties, man, another dynasty. I don't even know if I want to call it a dynasty though. The Kansas City Chiefs, man. And I know Tiffany tapped in.
Hey man, Raider Nation
squad. The Kansas
Raider Nation, baby.
First of all, what do you consider a dynasty in the NFL? Because it's hard to win.
I would consider this a dynasty. The Kansas City Chiefs I would consider this a dynasty. People get caught up in this winning of championships making you a dynasty. Dominance makes you a dynasty. It's difficult. Only one team win every year. Dominance makes you a dynasty. And when you are dominating, this dude has never not played in the AFC Championship game as a starter. Therefore,
I mean, bro, First ballot already. You already know that. I mean,
This
and
man
then
don't have
some.
to play another down of football, and he's sizing up for that gold jacket, Jack.
Yeah, he going down as one of the best to ever do it, man. But
One of the most goodest already.
yeah, but right now you see Tyreek Hill over there in Miami doing work. They missing him. Eric Bieniemy, they missing him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They look vulnerable, and I don't think the league is afraid of him anymore. I don't think the league is afraid of him anymore. And I know as long as you got Pat Mahomes back there, anything can happen. But right now, you got Jacksonville. You had Jacksonville. That's another conversation because the AFC just almost tanked in 2 weeks. But as far as the rest of the league go, man, the NFC strong right now, man. I mean, what's going on with this dynasty, man? Is it coming to a close?
I don't think that dynasty is coming to a close. This plays right into the transition to the next topic. This is proof positive of what Tom Brady mentioned. Think about this. This is why the Pittsburgh Steelers is arguably the greatest organization in all 53 years I've been living. Pittsburgh Steelers continuously draft people from Ruby Poo State, Norwood University, and next thing you know, they're one of the best players in the league. We don't know these dudes. We weren't even paying attention to the draft when most of these guys got drafted. And next thing you know, it's another good wide receiver, and another good linebacker, and another good offensive lineman, and another good defensive player, and so forth and so on. Kansas City is proof positive of what Tom Brady said. He said the league is down, the coaching is down, it's a bunch of mediocre play. When you have a guy as good as Patrick Mahomes, all you have to do is have adequate ball players around him. These dudes are dropping balls, and they are dropping him right out of contention for a championship. If he had one of them little bitty sure hand white boys that Tom Brady won all them championships with, he'd be on his way to another Super Bowl. If these jokers don't start catching, I don't think the dynasty over. The reason I don't think the dynasty over because being a Raider fan, being a dude who's been supporting the Raiders since the 70s, I've always respected the Kansas City Chiefs. They've always put the only thing the Kansas City Chiefs in my lifetime didn't have, since I was about 13, didn't have was a quarterback. Now they have it. They've all Tamarick Vanover, Cherry. They've always had solid wide receivers for the duration of the time that I've been paying attention to them. So talent is something that they will always get. They're going to have to get some more coaching. Andy Reid knows this. Andy Reid Andy Reid can coach up a quarterback, but he can't coach up a wide receiver. Can't pick a wide receiver to save his life. Remember the rereads he had catching ball from McNabb? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. The only reason they got Tyreek Hill, I don't want to bust Tyreek Hill in his own. I'm not even gonna bring it up. Tyreek Hill had some public issues, and that's why he failed for them. That was luck. I don't think you need the very best wide receiver in the league to win championships or to stay competitive, but I do think you need people who are going to do their job. As a football player, as a former football player, the number one thing every coach ever told us was do your job.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Very good.
I'm gonna say this, but first of all, I'm gonna answer the question. No, the dynasty is not over, and I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, first of all, it is a dynasty because I mean, and Tip just pointed it out. I mean, it's like you got so many AFC Championship appearances, Super Bowl appearances. You got the rings, but this is arguably the best defense they've had since this run. And wide receivers come a dime a dozen. It ain't nothing to reload up on that. Exactly. You can go out of free agency. You can go in the draft. You can get. I mean, look at all this young talent that we see in the league now at the receiver position. You think they're not going to be able to go out there and get that? They know what they're missing. They know what they're lacking at. They know what they need to improve upon. And I'm telling you, the minute you get him another toy to go out there and throw that ball to, that Mahomes going to go nuts. And if they can keep that defense intact, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I think they can be right back where they need to be because even with what's going on with them now, look where they at. I mean, they still the top of the AFC. I mean, okay, yeah, Baltimore looks scary. The Jaguars was looking scary before Lawrence went down, before long hair Rapunzel went down. I mean, it's teams out there. I mean, and Buffalo falling off. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo falling off. I'm done with Josh Allen at this point. Justin Herbert ain't no real threat. I mean, it's theirs for the taking. It's like it's hard to say it because you got talent in the AFC. When teams are healthy, the AFC is dangerous. But I mean, had they had some receivers out there, it'd almost be like how Tom Brady running through the AFC East. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's wide open for him.
Wide receiver. He don't even need a star.
No, he don't need a star. I mean, he
If
just needs
they
a couple
had
good
that
receivers out there.
this cat we got here more in the more for the Bears on that team.
Yeah, DJ Moore.
I understand where Tiffany comes from with the poor play calling, but even with the poor play calling, even with the inadequate, with the missing of Eric Bieniemy, the missing the balls that's hitting both of your hands. That game that they lost on Monday Night Football a couple of weeks ago, I don't care if they was hitting ass mad. Catch the ball, Jack. Catch the ball.
Yeah. So I don't know, but you talking about the AFC, and I don't want to skip over what the comments from Brady, but I mean, to answer the question, I mean, it's a segue into that question that you got on the list here. You got what's your boy out of Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson. You got
Joe
Trevor.
Burrow.
You got Joe Burrow. You got all these QBs go down in the AFC. So now, does that change anything as far as the front runner? Because I feel like it's always been this year Baltimore. You know, when the season started, I'm like, I got Kansas City and San Fran in the Super Bowl for that rematch. But then here come Baltimore surging like they are. Who you got as your front runner?
I'm gonna say the Baltimore Ravens because with their wide receiver going down, they're not a wide receiver centric team. They're not a team built on their offense. They're a team built on their defense. And when you build on your defense, you can take a hit like that, and then it's just like losing Tyreek Hill. When you lose Tyreek Hill, you got an MVP back there. You lose, and you got an MVP like Patrick Mahomes. You use your wide receiver with the Ravens, and your strength is running and blocking and playing defense. You always have a chance. Now, if Lamar or Patrick go down, then we got a problem. But I'm gonna go with them, and hopefully, as the season goes on, these dudes figure out a way to stick them on their gloves and turn it around. Me being a Raider fan ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I would not, my team ain't been good for the better part of this century. Let's just be honest. But I do like seeing good football from mid-November until Valentine's Day. So it ain't got nothing to do. Oh man, you're a Raider fan. Why you rooting for the Chiefs? I'm not rooting for the Chiefs. I'm rooting to be entertained by the football game. And Patrick Mahomes is one of the most entertaining football players we've seen at the quarterback position since Dan Marino. Let's just be honest. In regards to just throwing the football, of course you got Jackson and Vic, who just they otherworldly in regards to entertainment. But playing the game of football, bam. I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes lose an opportunity at winning because the dudes who getting paid to catch the football can't catch the football. Especially when y'all have snuck in some defense in Kansas City. Come on, man. Knock it off.
Yeah. I'm on the fence because I want to say Baltimore, but I want to believe that Kansas City, and I don't even know if it's necessarily they need to turn it around. I just think they just need to win. They just need to win. They need to finish games, man. I don't know. But it's hard to go against Baltimore too, though. I mean, because just the way they've been playing. I mean, we seeing it, bro. But the 49ers get them on Christmas. After that game, I'm gonna let you know who running the AFC.
Okay.
And you kind of got an idea where I'm gonna go.
Yeah. When the Raiders trap Jaden Daniels, we'll be talking that ish again.
Log out, Kev. Log out, bro. If you a Raiders fan, you ain't got nothing to celebrate. Just like I'm a Gamecock fan, I ain't got nothing to celebrate.
Right, him and his homer pick. I like Jaden Daniels. I don't care if they get Jaden Daniels. I don't care if they get Michael Penix Jr. Me personally, y'all know my stance on starting quarterbacks the first year. Just check out the history of the league. Usually, when these young boys sit down for a little while and wait, they turn out better. The aforementioned Patrick Mahomes is proof positive. The aforementioned Lamar Jackson is proof positive of what I'm saying. When you can sit back and wait and observe, you traditionally pan out a little better. And then there's somebody that's going to see this and say, what about my man in Texas? Yeah, okay. What about the white boy in San Francisco? Okay, but what about the other 32 teams, the teams that didn't stunk it up when teams look, when you go out there and start them initially? Let the dudes watch. The Raiders ain't going to win the Super Bowl next year. We'll let that boy watch at least 8 games.
Who he going to watch, though?
Out there.
Who he going to watch?
He could watch Jimmy Garoppolo, and then while he watches Jimmy Garoppolo, the new Antonio Pierce could be like, see, don't do that. Don't do that.
Man, he be better off getting an NIL deal, man. He better try to get the NIL money, man. He watching Guwap.
I'm telling you,
he watching what was dude's nickname? I forget what they call him, man. But anyway, Porn Star Jimmy.
They should call him Jimmy. I mean, they should call him all HMO because that joker hurt every time he turn around.
Nah, bro. You draft any of them quarterbacks, just put them out there, man. I agree with you. I agree with the concept of quarterback send back learning. But you ain't learning nothing from Jimmy G, man. I'm sorry.
No. Really, you don't really learn from him. What you do is you can look at the speed of the game. You can look at how things are unfolding, and then you can make that. You make more sound decisions. Patrick Mahomes, I heard it come out of his mouth. He was like, "Man, my first year starting, I didn't even know how to read a defense." This dude won league MVP and didn't know how to read a defense. So
you have to, man.
Exactly.
Gifted, bro.
Well, hey, look, Dan Marino did it. Patrick Mahomes did it. I mean, I can go chapter, book, and verse. Joe Montana, John Elway. The ironic thing, John Elway and Joe Montana was put on the bench by Steve DeBerg, same dude on both teams. He sucks. So, I mean, let these dudes develop. That's why all these teams sucking right now. Because if the Browns had an adequate quarterback, if the Browns would have kept, what's my man out of New England, I can't think, it was a brother, he played for the Colts a couple years ago, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
They'd have kept Hobbs. They'd be the front runner for the Super Bowl right now. Get you a solid backup. Stop being so stingy, NFL. Y'all out here printing money, but y'all don't want to pay an adequate backup. Nah.
It's hard to decide on a quarterback, man. I mean, it really is in this league. It's hard to decide on the quarterback, man. I mean, you hit or miss with them. I mean, how many quarterbacks you done seen come out the draft and they look good in college? I mean, it's a whole different game. The game is so different from the college level to the pros, man. Them kids get out there and it's a whole different world, and they can't keep up. What's my man name that said he couldn't even hold a football when he got to the league? I forget his name. God Almighty, I forget his name. He come in and he was arguing with the coaches because he couldn't hold a football.
Tim Couch?
No, it wasn't Tim Couch, man. It was God Almighty, I can't remember. It'll come back to me after the show. But coach told him, he said, "Man, listen, this is the ball we use. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I don't know.
You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out." This is about 10 years ago, man. But yeah, that was wild, man. But speaking of quarterbacks, though, so Brady, he said that's a lack of quarterback development. Going to what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they get to some backlash about that too, though. From I can't remember who came out and wanted to argue with him.
Alex Smith, Captain King of the World Squad.
Yeah, one of our old quarterbacks.
He shouldn't even talk about being a quarterback. He should just be an analyst. It's like, he should play like he never played quarterback. That boy went that worth 1,000 cookies.
Yeah. Anyway, man, let's switch up. We've been talking about AFC, man. Let's go to this NFC situation, man.
Your 49ers is gang out here, man.
Bro, can anybody see them right now?
As far as
is there a team in the NFC that's a legitimate threat?
As the deck is stacked currently, no. But one thing I will tell you, history tells you when you get your teeth kicked in the middle of the season by a team, what will happen is you really don't want to see that team in the playoffs because one, if you got a solid coach, he adjusts. And two, it's something to prove. You don't traditionally just be. They are loaded on talent. Salute to John, man. Salute to what's the coach name?
Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan, not Kyle.
Mike
Mike did all the games, and when they start losing, they paint up to the box.
Boy, look here. The Eagles went up by 6 points in that first quarter, and I said, you know what? His daddy ain't got to the game yet. He ain't got off the plane yet. His plane was late. Soon as he showed up to the stadium, it's over with. Let me say this about the 49ers. And I'm gonna take myself as a fan out of it. This is the 49ers right here, bro. They've been good for a while. They've been stacked for a while. Let me say that. The talent has been there. Bringing in McCaffrey just catapulted them to the next level. I mean, we had talent, before he got there. But when they healthy, Colin Cowherd said it, a couple other people have said it, it's not a team that even comes close to being as good as the 49ers when they're healthy, right? Lost 3 games, all due to injuries and, maybe some poor play calling here and there. But, bro, after watching that game Sunday against Philadelphia, and I love Philly, Jalen Hurts is my favorite quarterback right now. That dude is different. Some quarterbacks are just different, and he's different. They missing some pieces. In that secondary, they weak. You know what I'm saying? And they can't withstand 4 quarters of that kind of beatdown, man. But, bro, I don't think it's another team that come close in the NFC. Not a single team that comes close when those boys are healthy, man. Because at every single position, they got Hall of Famers already at every single position on the field. So,
and then you add Chase Young.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be hard to beat them. Number one reason I think they're going to be extremely difficult to beat is because they follow the H-Rap, or I should just say Jimmy Fields, Willie Green philosophy. You run to win, you throw to score. Those are my football coaches. You run to win, you throw to score. And the 49ers, when you run the football like them, you are out here punking people clean out the stadium. And that's how you win football from mid-November to Valentine's Day. If you want to win that way, it is a game of attrition. I am going to come out here and I'm going to bust you in the mouth. And if you can withstand these blows, you can win. And if you can't, I'll see you next year. And that's the way the 49ers are playing. You can throw that ball all over yard, but guess what? At some point after November 15th, it's going to get cold outside. All that, I run a full 140. If you blink, I'm past you. When it get cold outside, everybody's out there running a 5 flat 40. Now, can you and fast dudes don't want to get hit. So all that speed is out the window. And that's why Tiffany mentioned the Ravens. That's why the Ravens ain't scared to play nobody. That's why a lot of people are not afraid to play these throwing teams. That's why Miami don't scare anybody. That's why your boy Josh Allen up there don't scare anybody. If you can't run the football, hey, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, what's my man, Cook, Dalvin Cook, and any other free agent running back, they should be sitting there going, go ahead, don't run. And while Christian McCaffrey is out here looking like the golden child, Philadelphia, Microwave was saying he wanted to beat the kid out of Texas, Bijan. And that's why when you run the football properly, it is difficult to beat you, especially if you got good play calling and timely playmakers. And that's what the 49ers are built on. And it's going to be hard to beat them. I don't care who the other quarterback is.
Yeah, and they can run it often. I mean, like, dude, come on, man. Christian McCaffrey, Debo, who gonna run it from time to time. Elijah Mitchell, who's effective. The weakest link is Kyle Shanahan. And everybody praise him as a great coach. And he's a good coach, but he sometimes he would try to outsmart himself. He want to be the smartest guy in the room, and he'll just go against the game plan sometime. But it's hard to beat that team, man. It just is. It is. And I mean, listen, shout out to Philly. They had an outstanding past 2 years. Dallas is a solid team. I think, I'm not as high on them as some other people are, but they look better than I've seen them look in a long time. But I mean, Detroit, good for them this year. Seattle, had a good little run, but in the NFC, man, come on, man. It's San Fran. It's San Fran. I mean, despite what the record may say, it's San Fran, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think it's close.
But see, that's man.
And that's not even me speaking as a fan. That's me watching. Dude, they averaged 42 points against the NFC East, man.
Right. They beat the top 2 teams in the NFC East. They beat them by the same score, like 40-something to 19.
Yeah. and went there and did it.
Yeah.
Went to their house and did it after a whole bunch of back and forth on social media and stuff. And you know how that go. It's like, you know, we got to protect the crib, and they couldn't do it. And I don't want to hear nothing about Jay. Listen, anyway, we ain't finna get into all of that.
We finna entertain no foolishness. We not.
Nah. I mean, I know what I saw with my own eyes.
Hey man, the winner NFC look like they're gonna be the National Football League championship. That's gonna be the national. That's gonna be the Super Bowl. Because unless everybody over there gets real healthy real fast, or somebody loses their mind and cut their number one receiver, he going to Kansas City, it's gonna be hard. Kansas City is the only team that I think has a legitimate shot at beating them, and that would be one hell of a rematch in the Super Bowl if those jokers could start catching, and Debo and Christian and Brock versus Patrick and the no hand wonders.
Pat and Travis. That's it. Pat, Travis, and Andy.
Yeah.
That's all they got over there, man. All right, man. You ready to get into some college football talk?
Yeah. Everybody's mad. Oh, everybody coochie hurt.
We gonna come right back to that one though, man. Let's talk about some of these Heisman guys, though, man. So Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr. Who your front runner, man?
Oh, Jaden Daniels is my pick to win. My personal favorite is Michael Penix Jr.
Oh, not Bo Nix?
Holes.
I thought you was gonna say Bo Nix.
Boy, I wouldn't pick. Hey, you know what? Bo Nix been in college long enough to have his own trophy. For one, because I remember when the chump was down at Auburn hitting wide open DBs and throwing linebackers open. But what I will tell you is this: since everybody, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, then we're gonna come back to this. Since everybody crying about Florida State not making it, why ain't my man Jordan Travis at the Heisman? Because he the reason they ain't in the championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said that the other day. I said that same thing the other day. I'm like, dude, if he that valuable to where they can't even make the cut after winning every game, go on and give him the trophy now. We ain't even got to wait for no ceremony. Just go on and give it to him. Yeah, he the guy. He the missing link right there. Marvin Harrison had a hell of a year. He had a hell of a year, man. I think I'm going to probably go with Michael Penix Jr., though. And I just don't know. That's just my pick, man. I mean, watching what he did with that squad, man, and making it as far as they done made it so far, and it ain't over. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah,
I'm going with your boy, man.
Timely throw.
But to kind of dig deep, Reddy Kale
Homer,
said when the trophy hands down.
Homer pick that slipped out again. I'm sorry. What was you saying, Mo?
No, I was reading Reddy Kale's message right now.
Here, LSU guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Homer Simpson.
I can see that. But going to the playoff, though, man. All right. Do we even need to get into this Florida State situation? I know it's done been talked to death.
We have to.
Okay, I'm going to let you go first.
Look, man, I've been a Florida State supporter for years, you know. My pops in Florida. You know, I got family in Florida. You know, they was when the youth slightly fell off a little bit. Florida State was one of the teams that was always there. I was with Charlie Wood. I was with Marvin Lewis. I was a big time Florida State fan when wasn't nobody paying attention. But look, man, at the end of the day, man, let's just rewind. Let's rewind 11 months. 11 months ago, everybody and their mama was mad that TCU made the playoffs. Why, man? They ain't got a shot. Hey, man, they ain't tripping. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody was crying. Look how Georgia beat them to sleep. Why they even put them there? And now you want a team whose best player at home to make the playoffs so they can get curb stomped too.
Mm-hmm.
Knock it off, people. Look, everybody, stop feeding into the nonsense. Stop feeding into the narrative. We are sports fans. Tiffany Sports Hills is an Oregon fan, and she has every right to want her team to be in the playoff. Florida State alum and supporters, I can dig it. The rest of the 49 states, the 48 states, or 49, not counting, because Tiffany is just doing it because that's her team. The other 49 states, Guam and Puerto Rico, if you're a citizen in those states, I'm going to need you to callete video. Knock it off. Shut up. You do not want to watch Florida State get curb stomped by Texas, curb stomped by Michigan, or curb stomped by Alabama. So, since none of y'all want to see that, and tell you what, bet something valuable that Florida State gonna beat Georgia. If Florida State gets stomped out by Georgia, then what?
Mm-hmm.
Knock it off.
Yeah, and that's it is what it is right there. You got 4 spots, but you got 5 power conferences. Everybody not gonna get there. Everybody not gonna get there because you could have had multiple teams undefeated. Mm-hmm. Somebody was still gonna get cut. Somebody was gonna get clipped. Gonna get clipped out the playoffs. And if you're using logic, and as good as Florida State's defense is, as solid of a team as they are, you take that quarterback out the picture, man, bro. I mean, once you start facing I'm pretty much repeating what you just said. Once you start facing that level of talent, it's over with, man. But I do disagree with you, Tiffany, on one thing. She said that the best 4 teams in the playoffs right now. I do think that Texas should have been replaced with Georgia. And I know they lost to Alabama, but I think Texas should have been replaced with Georgia. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Texas in the record. But you're not going to tell me you can name 4 teams better than Georgia. You're not going to tell me you can name 4 teams better than Michigan. You know what I'm saying? You may want to try to argue with me on Alabama. You may want to try to argue with me on Texas, and of course we can argue on Florida State. But that's the only thing that I would have changed. But I'm not mad at anybody who, is good with the way it is now. But Florida State, go ahead, man. Stop it. Get out of here with that.
Hey, and by the way, Florida State fans and Florida State supporters and everybody who got their boo-hoo towels out there crying because Florida State didn't make it and they did everything they had to do. What I want you to do is find out who the president of the ACC is and get his email address. And once you get his email address, email him and ask him why he was the number 1 protester on starting the 12-team playoff this year. Because had he not been the number 1 protester on changing the 12-team playoff this year, your team would be in right now.
And why everybody mad right now, what just happened made what's going to happen next year that much more exciting.
Exactly.
It just amped it up, bro. It just amped it all the way up because now, I mean, everybody get in. Everybody get in. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of an era. Everybody get in. You're right, Kev. Georgia lost at home. They lost at home. They lost their playoff game already. They didn't get blown out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it is what it is. They lost.
And how about this? It's 5 power. It's power pie. Power 5.
Power pie. What you drinking in that glass?
Sagate. But
it is.
It's 5 power conferences. It's 4 slots. That means the way they designed this, somebody gonna get screwed every year. So it's Florida State's time. STBY. Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the sport. I don't care. Look, I'm HBCU all day. So, hey, I don't care who wins. Just let it
and listen, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Hats off to Florida State for the year that you had.
Respect.
Big shout out to Jordan Travis. I mean, I hate it happened to him like that. Mm-hmm. Hey, try it again next year, man. We got some games coming up though. Bama versus Michigan, Texas versus Washington. I mean, you got your eyes on both games, so ain't no point in answering that question, man. But I need to know how you see it playing out. Start with Bama and Michigan.
The way my melanin is set up, I got a root for Alabama and Washington. The way my skin's set up, I got to go with the 2 brother quarterbacks. So I'm going with Michigan and Bama, and then it's going to be a tie for the national championship.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you how I'm rooting, and I'll tell you I'm with you. I want to see Washington do what I want to see. It's hard for me to say Bama, bro. because I'm an SEC guy. You know what I'm saying? Carolina, I'm an SEC guy. And I'm a Jim Harbaugh guy. But I'm with you on that. I kind of want to see Bama and Washington do it. But how I see it playing out, I see Michigan and Washington playing for the trophy.
That would be dope.
I think Michigan gonna do it this year. I think that boy JJ, he tough. He tough. And to watch him go head up with your boy Penix, I think that's gonna be hell. I want to address Trey.
Yeah, that's why I left it up there.
I want to address Trey. Trey, the question I have for you is, how do you do that? Because the argument right now is the record. Florida State went 13-0 and still didn't get in. But again, like I said, you got 5 power conferences, you got 4 spots. I mean, what if everybody run the table? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, it's so many schools out there. They've been trying to figure this out for years. You had the BCS years ago. You know what I'm saying? You got this situation going on. I mean, they moving into a 12-team playoff. And right now, we don't know if that's the answer or not. But we're going to find out. Some people saying it's too many teams. Some people saying it's perfect. Some people saying just throw it all away. I want you to put in that chat room, give me your solution. And in the meantime, rap.
Let me address Trey. Trey, when hasn't a group of people in the room decided the national championship in the NCAA? In any sport. March Madness is a group of people sitting in the room, decide which 64 teams should go. Last year, there was a group of people sitting in the room saying which 14 should go. The year before that, see, we can't pick and choose on when we do and don't like the system. Either we like the system and deal with it, or we don't like the system. Because it's people last year that said Alabama should have got in instead of TCU. And then when TCU got curb stomped, they were like, see, Bama should have got in. So why did TCU get in before? Why did Georgia and Alabama get in so many times? Why did Alabama get in? Ohio State get in. It's been some teams that was undefeated in lesser conference. What about the teams that are in lesser conferences? Are we sure out of 106 division FBS schools, it used to be Division 1, FBS schools, these are the top 4? Why ain't we using teams with momentum? We've been doing it this way for God knows how long. So why is it a problem now?
Yeah. And I mean, I think the people did decide, like not the group of people, but I think the public kind of had a hand in. Listen, the way everybody responded to that game, that TCU game, they don't want to see that no more. They like, ain't no way in hell we doing that again, man. You know what I'm saying? But and Ray Kev is right. Alabama is a strong team, man, and they, you know, Nino had to kind of change my mind on that. He finally got some picks right. When Nino started getting picks right, you got to start listening, because he might be 2-12 right now with them picks. But he was right about Alabama, and it kind of made me a believer. But I still think Michigan gonna take them down. I think it's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah,
I think it's really gonna be a hell of a game, man.
I think it's gonna be 3 very good games, and I'm praying that it's 3 very good games. At the end of the day, man, again, if you're not Tiffany Sports and Hills, who lives in Tiffany Poodles in Portland, who lives in Oregon, who's been a Duck fan all year, and wants your team to get in, if you're not alumni or a supporter of Florida State, man, I'm gonna need everybody else to be quiet. If you from Florida, and then like almost calling that other word that sound like booming. Stephen A. gonna say, if Coach Prime would have been Florida State's coach, they would have made. I bet you they wouldn't have got left out. Yes, they would have. His cool behind would have been sitting at the crib too. Don't nobody want to see a team who 3rd string quarterback. And look, don't tell me about 12 games. What about Ohio State? Cardale Jones. Cardale Jones played the last 3 games of the season and destroyed. The last 2 regular season and the Big Ten championship game and destroyed. Totally different situation. These quarterbacks at Florida State are morning breath. They stink all to be damned.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it's over.
Yeah, it's time to put that conversation to bed. I can't wait for the games to kick off so we can move past it.
Yeah.
Guys, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, you got to wait till next year for that one.
Yeah, and
come out, you know, and it
12,
sucked. If you're a Florida State fan and you looking at your team like, man, we ain't lost a game all year. I get it. If that's your team, I get it. But, you know, last thing I'm gonna say about it, use some logic, man. Come on, man. You're your third string quarterback, and I get it. The backup is coming back, but did you look how good the 49ers are as a unit? Look what happened when we lost every last one of our quarterbacks in that game. As good as they were, that game was painful to watch. Philly didn't even want to watch that game.
Troy Wade said Prime brings viewers regardless of what money he got. Nope. Guess what? Prime brings viewers. When last time you watched Colorado? Hey, they start losing.
Their record right now.
Hey, they start losing. Ain't nobody watching Colorado. If you ain't kidding somebody in Colorado, you ain't watching.
That situation got lukewarm real fast, man.
Yeah, they got freezing.
There's so much I can say about that Prime situation, man. I mean, and I wanted to see him do it. I wanted to see him run through the league, but it's some things that this is a conversation for a whole nother show because I got to drink something to talk about and to say some of the things I want to say about what I've seen in Colorado this year. A lot of good, a lot of bad.
A lot of good, a lot of bad. Prime he gonna recruit a whole bunch of offensive linemen. He gonna recruit 1 or 2 running backs, and they are gonna be on and popping. They got the number one. They got one of the top quarterbacks, 18-year-old quarterbacks coming to the league next year. Coming to Colorado next year. Prime gonna be all right, but everybody who was trying to convince me 365 days ago, Prime he gonna look at all them guys he got. He gonna be at least 8-4 at the worst. I'm like, over the next 2 years. What you mean?
Yeah.
I told people
they done had some decommits and everything, man. Yeah. I don't know what's going on over there.
They're
these are top recruits right now.
It's look, man. It's the pretty girl at the dance.
Let me ask you a question, and I don't want to have no. I don't want to get into a Prime conversation, but let me ask you one question. Do you think Travis Hunter gonna stay?
I wouldn't. I don't think so. He got hurt. He hot right now. He playing both sides of the ball. Travis Hunter be a top 5 player in the league in the draft. I'm taking my money and I'm out. 2 fingers.
If he goes to that transfer portal, dude.
Oh no, he ain't gonna go to the transfer portal. He gonna go to the draft portal. He old enough to leave.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I'm just imagining that situation. Like, man, he go to that portal, it'd be crazy. Yeah, he got to go.
See, you should do a sandwich. You can stay because you got a $4 million NIL deal with Tom Brady. Your daddy Richard and Brink, he writing checks in the bank bounce. You can go. I mean, you can stay as long as you like. You're gonna be straight forever. You got a Bentley. Travis Hunter, mama probably still working. His daddy probably still working. He probably got 2-3 brothers and sisters. Instead of Travis Hunter go get $35-40 million up front and play in the league.
Yeah. Florida State fans don't understand is that committee did him a favor as TCU. Yeah, they did him a huge favor. That's that was gonna be biblical.
Yeah, man. Epic.
All right, that's our list, man.
Let
me see. What did I miss?
We got it all.
Covered it.
Everything.
We got it all in.
And we didn't even go over time because we started late.
Yep.
So, with that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tune in 23 hours. 23 hours from now. Wrap it up. Y'all on tomorrow? I'm going to send everybody over.
We'll wrap it up tomorrow.
I will see y'all Monday at this same bat time, same bat channel on Park Bench Media. We take it over the universe 1 week at a time. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, on most Thursdays, just in case somebody have to go to the bathroom. Inside joke. Inside joke. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. It's good to see everybody. Hit that like button, hit that share, tell a friend, hit that subscribe. And wait a minute. Homer Simpson. No baseball talk. No, the since you want to be sarcastic, funny man, the The winter meeting started this week. We're going to talk baseball next week just for you, Ray Kev, just for you. And I hope your Astros get skunked again with your black, blah, blah. With that being said, that is the end of the day. Hold my beer. Your man Mo, your man H-Rap, 2 fingers, 1 word. We're out.
Jesus. I mean,